Braver? No one is braver than me. Unless there's a bug around. Did you see a bug? Is there a bug around here? Yeah.
Hey, what's up, my peoples? EmGo here, the freaking geek himself, and today we will be reviewing the TFC Toys Red Knight. So here we are, and there he is. And first and foremost, as always, we'll take a quick look at the packaging. It's right up front here. We have a nice image there of Red Knight. Of course, he is a member of the Trinity Force. That's right. On this side of the box, we have Red Knight. On the other side of the box, we have Red Knight. On the top of the box, Combine the Modo, Core Modo, Robot Modo. And on the bottom, you just have warning. Please don't eat anything in this box. That could be very, very bad for you. Well, on the back of the box, you have your obligatory product shots, and you have tech specs if that interests you. And that's basically it for the packaging. Also included is the collector's card with that same image there of Red Knight. And on the back, you have his tech specs again if that interests you. Hooray for cards. And moving right along here, we have Red Knight, which is the next component of TFC Toys Trinity Force! That's right. And this is their take on Braver. And, very nice figure. It is pretty much the same as their Laster, since they are both the leg bots, so you'll see a lot of similarities between the two as far as transformation goes, but otherwise a very nice toy. Yes, I know this piece isn't here. I left it out for a reason. I'll get to it. Well, it's getting close here, so we can take a look at the details. You have some nice silver paint there for the headlights. You have the racing stripes going up the hood there, number 23. The hood on mine doesn't like to stay together. There's always that little tiny gap right there. Tiny little gap right there. And I can't get that to sit flush. I don't know. Well, as you can see, it does have a working windshield wiper, which is a cute touch, but sometimes it can kind of flop around on you. And that is a separate piece. You just plug that in. So you don't have to if you don't want to. But it's got the windshield wiper there. 23 on the side. You do have these side view mirrors, which are made of a softish plastic. These are separate pieces. These do not hold in for anything because the tab just is extremely small and they would literally fall out if you looked at them funny. So I just took the tiniest dab of glue and just glued them in place, so now they don't go anywhere. So you probably will have to do that with this. You do have nice silver there for the rims, and of course a nice slightly tinted transparent windshield and windows. Going down the body of the car. There's some nice details there. You got the big spoiler. Got the transparent yellow there for the taillights. And the underside right there. It does roll, as rolling things should. Hooray for rolling. Although sometimes this front wheel doesn't like to hook up. It rolls okay, but, you know, it rolls. So you got that going on. And for comparison, here it is with Masterpiece side swipe, just so you can get a sense of scale here. And these guys are pretty much Masterpiece sized. So, got it going on. And here he is with his partner, Laster. So you can see how they look together. So, there you have it. Now, accessories, as far as car mode goes, you do have some optional parts. Now, if you remove these panels right here, which are very hard to get out, you can't just kind of pop them out this way. You have to go in from underneath and pop them up. If you remove those panels, you can replace them with these headlights right here, which just tab on with the greatest of ease. There you go. So you can have that going on if you wish. Totally up to you, but me personally, I prefer to just leave those the flat panels on. Just looks better to me, but hey, as always, your toy, display it however you wish. There you go. You have a nice clean hood, or have those headlights up if you want to. So, options are always good. And he also includes his little Brainmaster, his tiny little Brainmaster. It's aged done in red and blue with a mouth on his back. It's kind of awkward, but hey. You can see, very, very tiny. No paint on it. Just red and blue plastic. The arms are on a hinge. You can move up and down, and the legs can move forward, and they can move back. They do move independently of one another. So you got that going on. And again, this thing he's tiny. It's a tiny, tiny little thing. And for comparison, here it is with a Titan's Return Titan Master, and you can see pretty much like half the size of a Titan Master. Maybe even more than half the size. It's tiny. It's little. It's very little. And here it is with Star Sabers. Masterpiece Star Sabers. Brainmaster. Our little dude. I don't know if he's actually a Brainmaster. I don't know. I've never watched Victory, so I know nothing. But there you go. Again, he's tiny. He's very little. And you can have him driving the car, kind of. You just bring the hood down, and you bring this whole windshield section up. And this tab just goes in between his legs, which can be a little hard to get in there, but it's doable. It's doable. Just not easily doable, but come on. There we go. And you don't really get him, you don't really put him in a seating position. You just kind of have him laying down in the car. But it's how it works. It's totally how it works. Just pop that all back together. And there you go. He's, come on. Work with me, man. Work with me. There we go. And there you go. He's just kind of laying in the car over there. This windshield wiper is kind of a pain in the butt because it just kind of wants to flop around on you. But yeah, there he is. Just kind of laying back in the car, pressed up against the windshield. That seems comfortable. That's very, seems like a very comfortable ride there. Sure. That's luxury. That's luxury right there. Just pressed up against the windshield of a car. Okay, sure. That's what they call a smooth ride. That's what some people call a Friday night. Anyway, so let's get down to transformation, shall we? So, as usual, we'll go into combine mode first, and then we will go into robot mode. So to go into combine mode, you just want to pop this down. Let's get the Brainmaster out of here. Put him off to the side because we don't need him no more, at least not for now anyway. So just leave that up. And what you're going to do here is you're going to take these panels and just bring them down. You're going to just open these sections up. Open this up. These panels right here. You bring these down like so. You want to split this because you need to take the spoiler and open this up. That swings to the inside. Bring these in. You have a tab that will go into that slot. Well, actually not. It's a little notch right there next to that slot. That will plug in, and then you can take the spoiler and just bring that back down like so. Just do the same thing on the other side. Just bring that up. Tab that in. Bring that back together. And just give it a push right there. And there you go. Now you can just tab all this back together like that. Leave those out. And now you have to mess with these side panels right here, which are my least favorite part of this toy. It was my least favorite part of Laster as well. Because I don't like these little armatures. Because it can be kind of a pain in the butt. But anyway, you want to untab that. And what you want to do is you want to swing this around so the opening of the ball socket is facing inward. Excuse me as I bump the camera. But first you want to take this hinge right here, and you want to just spin this around. Spin this all the way around like that, and then swing this in again so that ball socket is facing inward. And then you can turn all this around like that, and bring that in and bring that down so that sits in there like that. A little bit of a pain in the butt. It's doable, but it's just a little bit of a pain in the butt. There you go. Just undo that. Again, just take this section here, swing it around like that. Swing all this in. Nope, come on. You turn. You get out of my way. Get. You get. There we go. The greatest of ease. And just bring this down like so, and there you go. You want those door panels sitting right there. That's actually the easiest time I've had doing that. Thank you for being cooperative. So now you want to take the robot mode feet here, and you just want to angle them back a little bit, because now you want to take the whole upper torso section here and just rotate that 90 degrees like so. And then you have a little, don't know how well you can see that little locking piece right here. You're going to flip up, and that will lock the waist rotation right there. Again, don't know how you can see it. There you go. That just locks in right there to lock that in place. So once you do that, you just want to take this whole hood assembly here, bring this down, and you have 2 tabs that will go into these slots right there in the chest. It does help if you split this and just tab in each piece individually. I found that makes life a lot easier. So just tab the one side in, and get the other side tabbed in. Then once you do that, you can just take the hood and just push that back together. Makes life a lot easier. So once you do that, you take the head here and just pop that up and just bring that in. It'll tuck in right there. This little piece right here, you do want to flip down. I'm not going to flip this down now because it's a pain in the butt to get this flipped back up for robot mode. Just know that this little piece right here, you want to just flip down so it sits flat in there to free up the space inside that combiner port right there. I don't want to do it just because it's such a pain in the butt to get that flip back up, but you want to do that. So you want to take these little tabs right here and just flip these down, and these will tab into these 2 slots right here. So just get all that lined up, tab all that in like so. That's going to sit like that. And then these panels you want to bring back up, and they're going to meet in the center like that. And you do have these little hook tabs here. You have hook tabs and regular tabs, which is kind of annoying because sometimes they will get in the way of having the other tabs work. But there you go. There you go. So you get all that put together like that. Make sure that wheel's out of the way. And once you do that, we bring in this piece right here, and that will just wedge itself right in there. Squeeze all that together. Then you bring that up, and that will just go over this piece right here. Like that. Bring that up like so. And that is basically it. So there is Braver in his leg mode. He does not come with the combined mode foot. That's going to come with the last member. But there he is in his leg mode, which is basically just kind of taking the car and just compressing it up into a little ball, basically. But yeah. So there is the leg mode for Braver. So let's get down to robot mode. So just remove this piece right here. Just get that out. Put that off to the side. We don't need that no more. And then just undo these panels. Undo these panels. Like that. Split that apart. You can just bring this down. This will tab in right there to hold that nice and secure. Boop. Like so. And we can just untab this. Flip these little bits back up. Flip it up. Flip it up. Untab the hood. I'll bring this head back up. Put that back where it was. Untab the hood section there. Bring that back up. And we want to undo this little locking tab right here to free up that waist joint again. Swing them back around. And take these panels and just bring them up. Get them out of the way. And now we can work on the legs. So now we can just split all this. And the legs will just rotate downward like so. You want to take the foot here. You can see it's just on double hinge. You just want to pull that out like that and bring that up. It does have a little toe, which can be hard to get out. It doesn't have a little notch to get a hold of like Laster's did. So sometimes these are kind of a pain in the butt, and you will probably need a tool to get those pried out. Luckily, I have such a tool. So let's see here. Again, come on. There we go. Just flip his little toe up like that. And then we want to come to this panel right here. And what you want to do here is you want to take this piece right here, just kind of bring that in, so clear this tab, and just swing this around, and then swing this around, bring it around, and it'll come in just like that. So now, what you want to do here is you want to, again, make sure that this the opening of this ball socket is facing inward. You want to swing all this up, bring this down, and you have a tab just going to go into that little notch right there, like so. And then you just bring this panel in. That will just go right to that notch right there. You can close all this up. And actually, let me give you a close-up here of what all this is supposed to look like. You can see right in there, that's how you want all that in there oriented. As you can see. So there you go. So now you can close all that up like that. And there you have a leg all done. Second verse is, guess what? Just like the first. So just bring that down like so. Pull out his foot. That up. Let's see if I can get this toe out without any help. Maybe. Yeah, this one came out just fine. There we go. And then we move on to the heel here. Just swing that around and just bring that around. Swing, 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 and then flatten that out. And then just make sure everything's oriented properly here. Just bring all this up and around and in. And let's get that into that notch. Notch, notch, notch. And then just close it all up. Like a nice neat little package. Come on. Hey. Why aren't you cooperating, man? Why aren't you cooperating? There we go. You cooperate. You cooperate when I tell you to cooperate. There you go. So you got the legs all done. So now we will move on to the upper body. So now what you want to do here is you just want to untab all this. This side section right here will also untab. Just bring that to the side. You want to take the wheel and rotate that up like that. This panel flips in. You want to make sure that this roof assembly is as far down as it'll go because you need that clearance here. So what you're going to do here is you're just going to bring that in here. You want to swing this up like that, and all this will come in like so. Again, just make sure you clear that roof section here. Just bring that in, and that will just kind of tab in right there to that little notch. Hold that in place. There you go. Then you do the same thing on the other side here. Just untab all that. Bring that wheel up. Bring that panel in. And then just take this section here. Swing that up. Bring that in. And come on. Work with me. Work with me. And then just get that tabbed in like so. And then you just take the backpack, and that will just sit up against those sections right there, like so, which will probably knock these out. Which they do go into those slots, but for some reason they don't like to stay there. But it's okay because that holds them in place anyway. So there you go. So now we will move on to the arms. So you just bring the arms out to the side, bring it down. You just want to extend the arm here on this double hinge like that. You want to open up this panel, flip out his hand, like so. Close it back up. There you have an arm all done. Second verse, just like the first. Bring that down, extend, open, flip, close, and there you go. There he is, pretty much in robot mode, but as you can see, he's missing part of his face here. So what you do here is you open up his chestial region, just bring that all the way down, and now we can bring in the Brainmaster, and you just have him oriented facing in, and his feet will just kind of go right in there into those notches, which is not easy to do because he is super tiny. He's so small. Get in there. Come on. There we go. There we go. So get him in there like that. And then when you raise it, it helps if you hold the helmet down and you just close up the chest and whoop. And that actually works really well. It works a lot better than it did on Laster. So there you go. Now he has his mouth. He has a full face now. And there you have Red Knight, aka Braver in his revolt mode. And he looks good. He looks good, and I think his heel just popped off. His heel popped off. Stop doing that. It's just on a ball joint. Just pop that back on. There we go. Get all this situated back where it was. Here we go. There you go. Don't you be popping things off on me like that. How dare you? How dare you? But there he is in his robot mode. Very nice design. You know, I do like the design of these guys. I think they look quite cool, and that's why I bought them, you know. Like I said, I have not watched Victory. I know nothing of these characters. I just thought they looked cool, so I bought them. That's how I roll. And he does. He looks cool. It's a cool design, in my opinion, anyway. So let's get in close here so we can take a look, not at his chest, but at his noggin. There's the noggin. You got some nice transparent red plastic there for the visor. Nice silver mouth plates. You got some red and yellow in there. Some nice silver paint on the abdomen. Also some more red and yellow. Got a lot of nice silver going down the arms, which looks quite nice. Got the blue going down the legs. And you got some more silver detailings going down the legs right there. If you don't like the little skinny toes, you can just leave these flipped up. Totally up to you. As always, your toy, display it however you wish. And going up the back here, you can see, I mean, it does have a little bit of a backpack, but it's pretty much the same backpack that that Laster has. So, there you go. Now, articulation-wise, when you're using the Brainmaster gimmick, the head is totally fixed in place. You have no articulation whatsoever. There is something you can do about that, but we'll get to that in a little bit. But as is, no head articulation whatsoever. The arms can do a full 360 on a nice ratchet. Can go in and out on a nice ratchet. You can also use the transformation joint if you want to bring his arms in. You do have rotation at the bicep. You got a double jointed elbow, so you got full range of movement there. He does have wrist rotation. You have waist rotation. The legs and go forward that far, backward that far, outward that far. Some nice clickety-clackety joints. You do have thigh rotation. You got slightly under 90 degrees of bend there. That's the knee, and the feet are on ball joints as well as a couple hinges in there. So the feet can move up, they can move down. You do get a little bit of tiltage there, and that heel is on a ball joint, so you can use that to stabilize your poses if you need to. So there you go. Now, as I said, when you're using the Brainmaster gimmick, this head is totally locked in place and you have no articulation whatsoever, but there is something you can do about that. You can just get this out, if you can. Again, it's very, it's so little. It's so little. Come on, man. Get out. Get out. Get out. I know you love it here, but I have to evict you. There we go. You can pop that out, and you can pop off the helmet pieces just on a ball joint, and they give you just a full-on head sculpt right there, mouth and all, that you can just pop onto that ball socket like so, and there you go. So now you actually have head articulation, and now he can look all the way up, although it looks weird now because he doesn't have a neck, but hey, at least you now have a head with full articulation. And you can see some nice light piping going on there. Just glows a nice bright red. So you have the option there if you don't like using the Brainmaster gimmick. And that's probably how I will display them, because I don't really like using the Brainmaster gimmick because they're just, it's so tiny, it's so little. But anyway, you have that option if you want to take advantage of it. And of course he does include some weaponry. He has his sword right here, which is the other half of the combined mode sword, which is done in blue and silver and black, and looks quite nice. And you can hold that in his hand very securely, so you can give him that. He does also include 2 guns. These are going to be part of the combined mode feats. You can see just done in red and blue. So you can have him holding the 2 guns if you want to. One thing you can do, I forgot to show this off with Laster, but you can flip this handle in and bring these up, close these up, and there are these little tabs here that you can flip out. And you only have to flip these out on one side. They both have them, but you only have to flip them out on one side. Flip out these little tabs, and then just open up this one like this, and on this side you can see there are slots, and you can actually take the guns and plug them together like so to make like a big double-barreled blaster, which you can hold if you want to. So that's pretty cool. You got that option if you want to take advantage of it. So you got that going on. So there he is, all armed up. And yeah, that's pretty much it right there. And now for comparison, here he is with Masterpiece, Sideswipe, just so you can see how they scale with one another. And you can see, you know, they are pretty much Masterpiece size. So you got that. Here he is with the Saber to the Stars. So you can see how they look together. Yeah, that's. And here he is with Laster. So you can see how they look together, and they look good together. They look good together. So yeah, 2 down and 1 to go in the Trinity Force. Yeah, there you have that. And there you have Red Knight, aka Braver, and yeah, nicely done figure, you know. The only part of the transformation that I don't like is just like the armature with these panels right here. Those just, I wish they could have done that differently. I mean, it works, but it can be a little fiddly sometimes. But all in all, though, I mean, it's a nice looking figure. Pretty cool. Like I said, the Brainmaster gimmick is totally optional. If you don't want to use it, you don't have to use it. And me personally, I'm not going to use it. I'm just going to leave these heads on instead. But hey, it's still cool that they're, you know, replicating the gimmick and everything. So I can appreciate that. And all in all, you know, decent figures. So there you go. So if you would like this or any of TFC Toys' other offerings, you can always check out BigBadToyStore.com for availability. There will be a link in the description down below, so you can check that out. You can also check out my Trinity Force playlist for any reviews you may have missed, also linked in the description down below, so you can check that out as well. And I think that's it, so don't forget to check out EmGames, check out Lori Plan, follow me on Twitter, all that good stuff down in the description below. And I think that's pretty much all there is to say. So there is the TFC Toys Red Knight, and this is EmGo saying, remember, you don't stop playing because you grow old because you stop playing. Be geek, be proud, palm in your face. Huh? You think I'm afraid of you, Leo Kaiser? I have backup! Sup? What? You're all the backup? No, for now, yeah. I'll be back when I have better backup! Hey, what's that supposed to mean?